First of all, thank you all for coming. Let me introduce myself. My name is Audie and I'm currently studying at Unika Sukio Pranata Semarang. Before I start my presentation, I would like to ask you guys something. Is anyone here having glossophobia? Please raise your hand. Okay, thank you. Well, glossophobia is a fear when speaking in public. A person with glossophobia is unable to control their nerves and has an extremely strong fear of public speaking. I'm here to tell you more about glossophobia. I have divided my presentation into three main parts. First, I'll be looking at signs of glossophobia. Second, causes of glossophobia. And third, how to overcome glossophobia. My presentation will take about 5 to 7 minutes. If you have any question, feel free to interrupt me at any time. Also, I'll be handing out copies of the slides at the end of my talk. In fact, people of all ages and occupations struggle with public speaking. 77% of the US population feel some anxiety with public speaking, but only 8% of those who have public speaking fear seek professional help. Let's consider glossophobia percentage in more detail. This percentage is including famous people such as actors, politicians, and even presidents. What I'm trying to say is that glossophobia is more common than you think it is. So don't be self-low esteem because of that thing, and you don't have to worry. I'm going to tell you 5 signs of glossophobia. Please pay attention because it might be you. First, avoiding speaking in front of the others. It can be done by forgetting their presentation or maybe delaying their presentation. Basically, people with glossophobia will do everything to avoid to speak in public. Second, refusing to participate in the speech, even if it means they are failing the class or losing their job. Third, over-preparing for their speech. Fourth, worry and stress during the presentation. It can be like sweating a lot or maybe trembling. Fifth, enrolling in classes or choosing career that require no public speaking. Here is 5 common signs and so much for signs of glossophobia. Next, we will move on to causes of glossophobia. Personally, I think it's important for us to understand causes of glossophobia because it helps us to learn more about the condition as well as ways to treat it. Here are 4 causes of glossophobia. First, family history. A person is more likely to have glossophobia when a close family member has an anxiety disorder. Second, brain physiology. There is a part of the brain called the amygdala manages a person's fear response. So, when this structure is overactive, stress, anxiety, and worry will be heightened. Third, life experience. They may have had an unpleasant experience, like asked to perform on the spot with no preparation, especially for teachers. Some teachers often ask their students to talk in front of the class all of the sudden, so they don't have time to prepare. It can be a traumatic experience for them. So it's better to tell them before you ask them to talk in front of the class. Fourth, parental influence. Having a parent who are overprotective increases this risk. Overprotective parent is more likely to control their children, so they are not as free as they should be. So when it comes to public speaking or speaking in front of the other, they have no confidence at all because they are not used to socialize with others. So for parents out there, you better not overprotective to your children because it's not good for them. I've told you about causes of glossophobia. Next, how to overcome glossophobia. If you or your loved one seems to have signs of glossophobia, as I mentioned before, here are 3 simple things to do. First, practice because practice makes perfect. You can practice in front of your parents or maybe in front of your best friends so they can give you feedback before your real presentation. Second, speak slowly because you will be more likely to stumble over your words when you are speaking too fast. Third, take a deep breath because it can calm your nerves. So whenever you're feeling nervous, just take a deep breath like this. It's better than you are stop talking in the middle of your presentation like this. So don't worry, just take a deep breath. And if you think those tips are not enough or your glossophobia is just too much, you might need a professional help. And some of you might ask me why we should overcome glossophobia because we can just avoid to speak in public. Well, that's not wrong though, but it can create more damage to yourself, such as low self-esteem, addiction, and suicidal ideation. That covers just everything I want to say about no glossophobia better. I'd like to run through my main point again. First, signs of glossophobia. There are 5 common signs of glossophobia. And second, causes of glossophobia. There are 4 causes of glossophobia. And third, how to overcome glossophobia. There are 3 simplest things to do to overcome your glossophobia. As Carrie Stokes once said, I have a fear of public speaking. It's very hard work. Words are not my skill. And because they are not my skill, I have to work doubly hard. Thank you for your attention.